waiting, everybody. Thank you so much for your waiting these days. Yeah, I'm so sorry for being late. Hopefully you have had a nice Sunday. Now, as always, we will do the review first. So who would like to be the first one to read what we learned on National Day, right? On October the 1st, yeah, yesterday. Would like to do the review. To read it. Nobody else? I will do it. Okay, I will do it. Yesterday's content. We should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom as well as to the music of a okay. This is a French word. Yeah, the word is from France. I cannot remember it. We will check it together, okay? This word.
Finale.
Okay. Quite different from English. As well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven and to her paintings that surpassed. Okay, we'll read it again. We should establish in the work with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed. So this comment from the commenter to the also. We should also establish the network with the Buddha wisdom as well to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings that surpass. Oh, not from the commenter, just from somebody at present. Yeah, D said in this way. All right, and thank you so much, Jin. You please to follow. Yeah, to follow it. Thank you, Jin.
Yes. Okay. Yes. D. We should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed.
Amazing you are. Yes, thank you so much. And Joy, you please to go ahead.
Yes. D. We should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed.
Amazing you are. Yes, thank you so much, Joy. Yeah, anybody else? Nobody? We will go ahead with today's, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we will go ahead, go on. So who are ready to read or recite this slide? Yeah, the content on this slide, and the content of October the 2nd. So who? Nobody? I will do it. Okay. Yeah, October the 10th, October the 2nd. I will read it. You should also network in this way. So here, network is a verb. You should also network in this way. W said, yeah, in my opinion, the first 10 or so, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. So that's what we learned, yeah, for today's. Let's check the new word together, okay? Episode, I think is episode. It means, yeah, maybe for the Nirvana in vow, there are 54 episodes. You know, episode. Let's check it together. Episode. Yeah, have you seen it? Yeah, the second meaning on the part of story that is broadcast on television or radio in several parts. So yeah, 54 episodes of Nirvana in Fell. So Hopefully you can get what I mean. All right, yeah, let's go back to the content. Yeah, let's do it together. Episode.
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 Episode. And it
Episode.
means, yeah, in this way. Now let's go back on this slide. And Joy, you please to follow it.
Yes. You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them.
Yes, amazing, you are. Yes, thank you so much. So who would like to be the first and the next one? Oh, Jean, you can read and recite it. Yes, just do it, please.
Yes. You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. Okay, recite. You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them.
Wow, fantastic. Yes, thank you so much, Jean. You finished your recitation, right? Hello? Yeah, everybody can hear me? Can hear me? You can hear me, right? Now, next one is Guo. You please.
Good evening, teacher.
Yeah, good evening. It's your turn.
You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them.
Yes, perfect. Yes, thank you so much. Amazing you are. Yeah. Next one is Joy. You will go ahead with reading and reciting.
Yes. You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. I recited.
Okay.
You could also network in this way. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting. I could not help watching them.
Amazing. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, thank you so much, Joy. All right. Manju, go ahead, please. Good evening, Manju. Recite.
Good evening, teacher. Yes, recite. You could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but late ones got more and more exciting, and I could not happy watching them.
Exactly. You got it. Congrats. Manju, yes, thank you so much. And anybody else? You could also network in this way. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. Yeah, anybody else? Nobody? I will do it. I will try my best to recite it, okay? All right, yeah, I will read it first. I will recite it first and then ask Jean to do the review, to lead us to do the review of yesterday's. Okay, yeah, I will recite. Yeah, you could also network in this way. You mean that, yeah, it means that, yeah, in this slide, yeah, we should establish a network with the Buddha wisdom. You know, network, the internet, yeah, the network, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her panties that so and that unsurpassed. Okay, and for this line, I would continue. Yeah, you should also network in this way. In my opinion, the first turn, yeah, and there is another paragraph, I think, yeah, okay. In my opinion, the first turn also, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. So I will recite it. Yeah, you could also network in this way. W. In my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. So that's it. That's what I've learned for today's. And let's go back to yesterday's. Okay, Jean, you please do the review.
Okay. D, we should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed.
Unsurpassed, yes, exactly. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. All right, so what will be the next one? Let me check, okay? Joy, thank you for your support. You will do read and recite yesterday's. Continue, please.
D, we should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed. Now I try to recite it.
Okay.
D, we should establish the network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings, they are unsurpassed.
Amazing. Yes, exactly. I will follow you to recite it. Yeah, we should establish a network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of a finale, the sound of heaven, and to her paintings that unsurpassed. So that's what we learned for yesterday's, right? Anybody else? Nobody else. I think we can go back to, okay. Yeah, Manju, you please go ahead with yesterday's. Hello, Manju. We cannot hear you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. We should establish the not a network with the Buddha wisdom, as well as to the music of finale. The sound of heaven and through her paintings, they are also past.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So anybody else? Yeah, Jin, you please. So which date?
The day before yesterday.
Okay, you will do it again, right? The day before yesterday, okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
yeah,
Okay,
last
thank
day
you.
of September. Okay, right, please.
Yes, the fundamental. She read this novel well for thinking. But she had a good command of her first thinking. Why for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Okay. The fundamental. She writes this novel well for thinking, but she has a good command of her for thinking. While for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Okay.
Amazing. You are. Yes. I will follow you to read and recite it. Yeah. Happy with your efforts. Okay. Yeah. Joy, you first. I will follow you. Okay. Joy.
Yes, okay. The fundamental. She writes this novel well for thinking, but she had a good command of her for thinking. Well, for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Now
Yes,
I
amazing.
try to recite it.
Yeah.
The fundamental. She writes this novel well for thinking. She writes this novel well for thinking, but she had a good command of her for thinking. Well, for all of you within this life, what have you created already?
Perfect. Okay, I will do it. The commenter said, yeah, she writes this novel while was thinking, but she has a good command of her first thinking. Well, for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Okay. Just created so many commas and created so many crimes. Not masterpiece. Yeah, okay. I'll recite it. The comment said, yeah, she wrote this novel while was thinking, but she has a good command of her first thinking. It has a good command of. Well, for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Yeah. So embarrassment, right? Just created the crimes and offenses and the karma. Not a masterpiece, not any good. For me, I hopefully you will do better than me. Okay, yeah. Mind you will go ahead with the review. She writes the novel while was thinking, okay, same issue, please.
Thank you, teacher. The fundamental. She writes this novel well for thinking, but she has a good command of her for thinking. Well, for all of you within this life, what have you created already? Thank you.
Yes, amazing. Yeah, without wisdom, we cannot correct. Okay. Oh, Joy, you can go ahead. Yeah, I will follow you. Joy, please.
Yes. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the thoughts, the forethinking. I recited. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the forethinking, not just depending on the thoughts, the forethinking.
Yes, amazing. Yes, exactly. So, Jin, you will follow Joy, right? You first.
Okay, thank you. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the source, the forethinking. Okay. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the source, the forethinking.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you. Gorgeous. Your reading is so fantastic. Yeah, reading and reciting. Okay, I will do it. I will follow you, Jim. Read it first. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the source, the forethinking. Okay, I will recite it. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the source, the forethinking. So that's it. So there is 1 more minute left. I will read it from September the 29th to the end to today. Okay. W. Without wisdom, we cannot create anything, not just depending on the thought, the forethinking. The commenter said, yeah, she writes this novel about overthinking, but she has a good command of her overthinking. While for all of you within this life, what have you created already? D. We should establish a network with the Buddha wisdom as well as to the music of a finale, the Son of Heaven, and to her paintings that unsurpassed. And also the commenters say you should also network in this way. And then W said, yeah, in my opinion, the first 10 or so episodes are not very exciting, but the later ones get more and more exciting, and I could not help watching them. So that will end for today. Thank you so much for your active participation, and a happy weekend. Happy weekend night. Okay. See you next week, actually tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Good night.